Hi all, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Carnivore and I make chess videos and put them on the internet. A few minutes ago I won a blitz game against V299, a 1400 rated player. I found the game quite interesting because I managed to mate him in only 15 moves. I think he made some minor mistakes in the opening that led to a cramped position and eventually a lost game. But let's take a closer look. Um, First of all, it's kind of strange to play a move like g6 on move 3 because he wants to play his bishop to g7, but white is going to castle kingside, so there's no point in playing the bishop to g7. It won't be facing the king. It would have been much better to play a move like c5. Why is c5 such a good move? Because I wouldn't be capable of playing d4 without any problems. He could take towards the center, which is always good when you're playing chess. But he played g6, which gives me the control over the center. He continues his plan. He places the bishop. He plays the bishop to g7. I continue my development, and this time he places the knight to d7. Would have been much better to castle kingside. Then it's my time to castle, and black still doesn't castle kingside. He decides he wants to attack fast, and his black bishop is on g7, and he wants his white bishop on b7 too. So he plays b6. This really ain't a good idea. He should have castled, because now I can start to open the center, and his queen is only protected by his king. So I play e5, takes. Um, his knight doesn't have that many squares, so he decides to go to g4, and then I play queen d5, attacking the rook on a8. This wasn't the best move. It would have been better to play e6. It seems you would think he can just take with the black pawn, but that ain't the case, because he would be opening the f file on his own king, which is never a good idea. Um, so yeah, e6 would have been the best move. Um, he gets his rook out of the way, and then I play knight g5. And knight g5 really isn't a good move, because black can just capture the pawn, and he defends um, he defends my chances to mate him on f7. So this could have been really brutal if he just would have taken the pawn with the knight on g4. You know, would have been just equal. Um, but instead of doing that, he plays e6, and now I can sacrifice the knight by taking on e6, and he should just recapture, and this would just lead to black being a pawn down. But he plays bishop b7 because he guesses it's a good idea to attack my queen on d5. But I can take the bishop away, and it's also a check. So he needs to move his king, and his king can only go to can't go to that many squares, so it's only logical to go to f8 and attack the knight on g7. And this time I can give another check on e6, pinning or forking the queen and the king. Takes the knight away, I take the pawn on e6, and as you can see, the knight is 2 times attacked. So he thinks he needs to get out of the way, and by playing knight takes e5, which he should have done much earlier on, because by removing the knight this time, I can mate him on h6. There's no escaping square for the king. So you see the knight is 2 times attacked, but it can be easily defended by playing h5, you know, and by playing this, it's still a one game for white, but it would have been much better than this maiden one. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned something from my Blitz game, and I hope to see you guys around in the near future. Ciao ciao.